All right, this is our Tuesday lesson. So this should be the second lesson for our third week of the Remote Learning Academy. And we're going to begin this one by reviewing what we played yesterday on line F, and you'll see why that's important. All right, so let's just go ahead and play this to begin with. We're going to play this to begin with, okay? Here we go. This is line F, just like we did yesterday. You've already played through band warm-up number 2 for today, because you got to do that every day just to get your face and your brain going. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall. Make sure you're taking a nice full breath and your face is set. Here we go. Line F. 1, 2, ready. That was a mistake. Let's try that again. 1, 2, try it again. And now, even though you've already played it, what I'd like for you to do is to pause the YouTube video, and then while the YouTube video is paused, look at your music and say your note names for this, but you don't have to say them in rhythm. You don't have to say them for whole half notes. So for instance, if I'm playing clarinet, I'm going to be like, okay, C, E, D, F, E, right? You just say it that fast, right? If I'm looking at, say, the trombone part, I'm going B flat, D, C, E flat, F. You don't have to say them super slow. You don't have to say them in half notes. But what I would like you to do is to say this line F, a couple of times on your own, at your own tempo. When you're done, unpause this video and continue it. All right, so go ahead and pause the video now and do that. All right, so you've unpaused the video and you're back, and you come over here to line G for today. And you're going to pause the video again, and this time say the note names for the first 4 measures of line G. Ready? Pause. So now that you've done that, you should already see the relationship between line F and line G. The difference here is we're now in quarter notes instead of half notes. So saying them fast helps you out. So we're just going to play the first 4 measures of line G. We're just going to play the first 4 measures of line G. And we're going to say our note names and finger one time, and then we'll air finger tongue one time, and then we'll play. We're not going to count it, okay? Here we go. So say your note names and finger. And 1, 2, say your note names, go. Note, 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 note. Letters, letters, don't forget your flats. Air, finger, tongue. So get the instrument set kind of near your face. Get your fingers in position. Still sit nice and tall. Move the air and tongue. 1, 2, air, finger, tongue, go. Now, if you found that your fingers had a hard time keeping up with that, and there's 2 groups I'm going to single out for this, and that's flutes and trombones. Flutes and trombones, you're going to be the ones that, because your fingering system is so different from everybody else's, it's like, oh, that's tough. You can go back to line F a couple of times and finger through that because it's slow, right? It's not actually slow, it's just half notes. So if you finger through it like it's half notes a few more times, and then come back and try to do it in quarter notes, you'll find that your fingers are a little bit better. So you guys might take a little bit longer to learn this than the clarinets, saxes, trumpets, baritones, and tubas and percussion. Actually, percussion, this can be a little bit tricky for you too. So this might be something that you need to use your fingertips on a lot to get this one right. All right, so once we've done that a couple of times and you finger through it a couple of times, now we're ready to play these first 4 measures. Here we go. 1, 2, play the first 4 measures, ready. Let's take a second chance at that. We're going to do this 3 times like we did yesterday, and then you can do it more on your own after this. Same thing, the first 4 measures of line G. 1, 2, first 4 measures. Now, one tool that you have at your disposal if you're using YouTube for this, right, is if this is still messing you up a lot, you can slow it down. If you click the little gear selector on the YouTube video, you can change the playback speed. And so even though you can't control my metronome, you can control the playback speed of this video. So right now it should be set to playback speed 1.0. If you slow it down to 0.75, it'll go a lot slower, and you can practice like that a few times and then speed it back up. 0.5 might be a little crazy slow, but it would be the same thing as doing this in half notes, right? So you can do it like that. All right, one last time, and then we'll go on. And last time on the first 4 measures of line G. 1, 2, ready. Now, what you can do with this is you can practice that a little bit more. If you're feeling pretty good about it, you can today, if you'd like to take a little time, start looking at the next 4 measures. The next 4 measures are also a little bit confusing for fingers. But if you're smart, you'll go ahead and do them like they're half notes, right? Do 2 counts each, or even whole notes first. And then, because that's what we're going to hit hard tomorrow, we're going to hit the back half of this pretty hard, and then try to put them together. And then we'll also take a look at line H.